JRC had some fallacies he wanted to bring up, and we'll see if we have time for some more folks after that. But I'm not sure if he's in here anymore. So now I'll scroll up, Matt, and I will try to find what he said and read it to you.
Oh no, he's here.
Is he? Did I just miss him? Oh, there he is. Okay, go for it. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's okay. I just want to kind of confirm whether these are fallacies or not. I mean, I do have the carm.org logical fallacy page bookmarked everywhere, like from my phone to my computer. But to go back to the new atheist categorization of that atheism is a lack of a belief, since it really is more of a description towards agnosticism, would this be like a fallacy of identification?
That's interesting. It is a kind of leaning towards agnosticism, which still is a subcategory of atheism, but what they're doing is redefining atheism. Atheism used to be positive, not lacking. In other words, they would say there is no God, or they believe there is no God, or they would assert, etc., no evidence for God. It was a positive assertion. It's only after cross-examination of the past few decades that they've retreated into the lack of. Now, the second part of the thing you said, though, it was interesting. You said, say it again. Say it again. You got me thinking.
I'm trying to name these things off the top of my head, or as more of a description than what actually is there.
Yeah.
But
what you said, the last couple things, yeah.
What I was saying was that since, by all definitions, I mean, I've looked at dictionaries, I've looked at philosophical encyclopedias and other philosophical dictionaries on atheism, and they all conclude that it's an assertion that there is no God. And yet the closest thing to it is agnosticism, to say that there's a lack of a belief, meaning that there's no complete substance to actually have a belief. That it almost seems like they're trying to take an identity and use a fallacy of trying to identify themselves as something that they are not truly are. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope that made sense.
Kind of. I've thought about that. I think I know what you're getting at. I've wondered about that too. They're identifying themselves with something that isn't.
Yes.
It's a whole other. Yeah, I've talked to atheists about that. So what are you? I have a lack of belief. So you identify yourself with a lack?
Yeah, exactly. And from what I gather, and this is from my own perspective, is that usually a lack is not a complete absence, that there is still some substance, but you have no definitive evidence to push you towards a total belief.
That's right. Now, one of the things I'll do is I'll ask people, do you behave based on what you believe or what you don't believe in?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I think what I'm trying to do is trying to make sure to see if there's something simpler to describe it, because a lot of times when I get into atheists, especially here on YouTube, and we know how YouTube atheists are, that a lot of times through even a simplistic explanation of saying, like, well, you can't really say that you have a belief and a lack of a belief at the same time.
Right.
Could that be like saying, well, that would be considered a fallacy, and if it is, what would that fallacy be?
Well, this fallacy of just self-contradiction. They can't hold, opposing views. It violates LNC. Law of non-contradiction just violates it. You can't have well, what it is. I think, though, that we behave based on what we believe, and I think that's important at this point to interject that into a discussion with them, because if they're going to say they lack belief in God, then are they behaving based on a lack of belief or a belief? And their actions reveal their beliefs, and their actions are one of denial of God. Therefore, they have a positive denial of God. They only hold to the moniker of lack of belief in order to avoid cross-examination and just hide underneath the Dillahunty Dodge umbrella.
Exactly, and that's what I was kind of thinking, where it almost seems like it's almost kind of like a place of safety to save them from, like, for example, the burden of proof. So, but yeah, like I said, I was just trying to see if there's any way to describe it as a fallacy itself.
Yeah, I don't know. Take a logician who's far more intelligent than I am and educated on this. I just know the basics of the fallacies and can identify them on the fly for the most part. But we get into some of these nuances that are kind of bleeding between one edge of one fallacy than another and another. There's probably names for these things more precisely.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. But anyway, so okay. Well, thank you for your time. That's all the questions I had, and you guys have a good rest of the evening.
Yeah. I like that idea of equating lack of belief with a type of agnosticism. I think that's good. Good connection there. I hadn't really thought of that before, but I think it's good.